Good morning, class. Let's start the class with a learning tip. Trying to understand every word in listening exercise can get very stressful. And by focusing too much on a word you can't understand, you will most likely miss quite a lot of what else is said. In the last class, we learned about simple tenses. What were they? Simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense. I hope you understood the concepts. You can rewatch the class if you feel like. In today's class, we will be learning about continuous tense. Before starting the class, let's have a small recap about what is verb. A verb is a word used to tell or assert something about some person or thing. All verbs are of one of three types. They are either action verbs or linking verbs or helping verbs. So, what is an action verb? An action verb tells what the subject does. So, it expresses physical or mental actions like think, eat, smile, dance. What about linking verbs? These linking verbs are like the couch potatoes of verbs. They're not very active at all. So, in a sentence, a linking verb tells what the subject is rather than what it does. So, for example, linking verbs such as am, are, was, were, these all tells what the subject is rather than what it does. Another set of linking verbs are those pertaining to our five senses like seeing, tasting, touching, hearing, and smelling. For example, seem, smell, taste, sound, feel. These are all linking verbs. Now, the final one, helping verbs. Verbs often appear with helping verbs that fine tune their meanings, usually expressing when something occurred. Okay? For example, have, has, had. Let's talk about continuous tense. Continuous tense are used when the verb is temporary and unfinished. For example, she is singing. Here, the verb is singing and it is temporary and it is unfinished. It is still going on in the present as we speak. Right? There are six types of continuous tenses. They are present continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, and future perfect continuous tense. In today's class, we'll be learning about the first three continuous tenses. So, let's start this section. Present continuous tense. This indicates that an action or condition is happening now, frequently, and may continue into the future. For example, the boys are playing hockey. The action playing is happening right now. So, it is going on at the time of speaking. It is formed using the present tense of to be, that is a helping verb such as am, is, are, plus verbs present participle. Present participle. Am I confusing you? So, what is a present participle? So, you know what is a verb, right? Now, adding ing to the base form of a verb creates the present participle. Simple. For example, laugh. So, what is the present participle of it? Laughing. Cry. Crying. Walk. Walking. So, these are all action verbs which are converted into present participle form. Okay? Past continuous tense. A continuing action or state that was happening at some point in the past. So, it's an action or state that was happening at some point in the past. So it has happened sometime in the past, but it was happening then. For example, we were listening to the podcast all evening. Here, listening is the verb, where is the linking verb, right? We were listening to the podcast all evening. It denotes an action is going on sometime in the past. It is formed by combining the past tense of helping verb to be, which is was, were, with the verb's present participle. Now, what is future continuous tense? A verb tense that indicates that something will occur in the future and continue for an expected length of time. For example, he will be meeting us next week. Here, this sentence represents an action as going on at the time in future time. It is formed using the construction will plus be plus the present participle of the verb meet. Let's do the section C and section D to better understand the continuous tense. Please return to page number 49 in your English reader. Section C. Complete the sentence using the present continuous or the past continuous forms of the verbs. Section D. Fill in the blanks with continuous forms of the verbs. Now, let's do the section C. The first one, Boris dash when he broke his leg. So, when he broke his leg, something happened in the past. So, you have to change it to past continuous form. So, how will you change it to past continuous form? You need to add the past tense of to be, which is either was or were, plus the past participle of skate. What is the past participle of skate? It's skating. Boris is singular, right? So, Boris was skating when he broke his leg. Question number 2. Don't disturb Tia. She dashed to her friend. Now, this is in the present continuous. So, how will you change it? She plus present tense of to be, which is she is talking to her friend. Now, the question number 3. I dash meet Pragya tonight. So, it is going to continue in the future. So, we are asked to make present continuous or past continuous. So, this sentence can be changed to present continuous. So, I am meeting Pragya tonight. Fourth one, he dashed a bath when I called him. So, when I called him, it is something happened in the past. So, you can change it to past continuous. So, he was having a bath when I called him. Question number 5. They dash with their grandparents. They were playing with their grandparents. They are playing with their grandparents, right? They are playing with their grandparents. Please do the next 3 sentences and submit the answers along with your assignments. Now, section D. Change it to future continuous form. Question number 1. This time next week, Mrinal dash to Hawaii. You have to change it to future continuous tense. So, how will you change it to future continuous tense? It is with the construction of will plus be plus present participle of the verb travel. So, this time next week, Mrinal will be traveling to Hawaii. Now, the second sentence. In an hour, our plane dash off. So, in an hour, our plane will be taking off. Now, please do the rest of the sentence and submit the answers along with your assignments. Listening section. I'll read out an essay, How Can I Make India Clean, written by a school student from Goa. After listening to it, you can do the exercise given below and submit the answers along with your assignments. Only after the last fish is dead, only after the last river is poisoned, Only then will you find that money cannot be eaten. Cleanliness is all about hygiene, health, and good ambience. We keep our houses spick and span. Why are we lethargic in keeping the spaces outside our house clean? If we keep 10 meters around our house clean, we can keep our village or city clean. We must not play blame games. Instead, we must make cleanliness our religion. According to plans, around 600 million Indians now relieve themselves in public view because they have no choice. We'll all have the benefit of private flush toilets within the next 5 years. We are very conscious about personal hygiene. But what about social hygiene? Students must participate in cleaning programs which take place in schools and society at large. Government must make sure that there are dustbins at suitable places. Members of each and every household must conscientiously keep their surroundings clean. It will need more than just taking up a broom on Gandhiji's birthday. Instead, we can use some other techniques. Segregate waste, wet and dry. Plant trees around your house. Avoid using bags. Teach children about cleanliness, etc. Will the dream of clean India remain just a dream? Can people like us can help turn that dream into reality? Only with widespread participation and commitment will the dream of Swachh Bharat be realized. Not just October 2nd, but every day should be Gandhi Jayanti. As a citizen of India, I will work to keep my house, school, surroundings clean and encourage the same around me and thus make India a clean, beautiful country to live in. Now pause the video and use a timer and time how long did it take to finish this exercise and submit the timing along with the answers to this exercise. Now, to the speaking exercise. I want you to record and submit a 1-minute audio clip on how you can contribute to keep your surroundings clean. Just make sure that your recording quality is good. Writing exercise. Write a report for a local newspaper about this town. You can compile this report in your computer, in your Word file, or you can write this in your notebook. Both are fine. There is a format given in your reader. You can use that given format. Whenever you are doing your creative writing exercise, I need you to follow these basic steps. Step 1, brainstorming. You generate ideas. You jot down all the ideas that comes in your mind. Just do free writing. Don't think about grammatical mistakes. Getting the ideas onto the paper or document from your brain is important. Now, step 2, outlining. Group the ideas you generated during the brainstorming session into various categories. Step 3, drafting. The first draft can be rough in sentence structure, spellings, grammar, and punctuation. It is for your eyes only. It can have mistakes, never mind. The fourth step is revising. Improve the first draft, improve the language, modify ideas, clear any grammar or spelling mistakes. Final draft is the last step. It is what you will submit as your completed document. Okay? Now, the last exercise, my word bank. Find the meaning of the words reduce, reuse, recycle, and refuse in the context of waste management and submit the answers along with your assignments. We have come to the end of the class. Please write down the answers in your notebook and submit them along with your assignments. It was good to share the class with you all. Let us meet in the next class and explore more. Till then, adios.